There's so many people talking about AI, but what I'm gonna be sharing with you guys is not what everyone else is talking about, and it's gonna be really fun. So I'm gonna throw up some slides and go through a couple cool things. AI Secrets Challenge. Oh, one thing, by the way, how many has got a call from an AI person in the last 48 hours or so? Okay, not only are we talking about AI, we are doing AI at a level that I don't think many other people are doing. I got this comment, I saw this today or this morning, and made me laugh. Said, I just got off a call with Russell Brunson's AI employee. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to trip it up. I asked around questions here and there to see if I could catch it sounding robotic. Nope, it felt 100% human, super conversational and natural. Russell Brunson, Todd Dickerson, you guys are absolutely crushing this. Anyway, how many of you guys got the call? If you got the call, say, I got called. How many of you guys the first? It's funny because not everyone got calls. You know, sometimes we have different issues and weird things. But okay, a lot of you guys got called. We had some people who were trying to beat the AI. Like, can we outsmart it? Can we trick it? And like, Sahil said, like, you couldn't trick the AI. Other people were like, I actually got it to. I was able to stump it. But it was kind of fun, right? I figured for doing AI challenge, we should show you guys the cutting edge of what we are doing with AI. Okay, one of them is getting people to show up to challenges and webinars and things like that. Okay, in the past, we used to get a whole bunch of our sales team trying to call people and get people on the phone, which was very expensive, very time consuming, right? If we're gonna try to call, I think we had 23,000 of you guys register for this challenge. So congratulations to all 23,000 of you guys for being here with us. If we were trying to like manually call all of you guys, it would have been virtually impossible. I'd have an army of people calling. But instead, we just queued up an AI bot. It gave you guys all a call. If you lost the link, it sends you the link and a bunch of really cool things. So those are some things you're gonna be learning throughout this week that I think are gonna change everything for you. But I'm pumped to be here with you guys. As you guys know, when you register for this challenge, man, I came in hot and excited. I'm already out of breath. Okay, we're here. We're gonna have so much fun. When you register for the challenge, this was the headline, right? It said, we bootstrapped $1 billion company from scratch. So those of you guys who don't know me right now, my name is Russell Brunson. This is a picture of my business partner, Todd Dickerson, who will be coming out here in about 30 minutes to share with you as well. But we started a company a decade ago called ClickFunnels. A lot of you guys probably heard of ClickFunnels, but we built it from zero to over $1 billion in sales without any venture capital, any money from outside people. We just bootstrapped the entire thing, okay? And what's cool about that is that was over the last decade, and right now we are doing a lot of stuff to the internal ClickFunnels company, but also other companies and brands we're building. We're also consulting some big companies. And so what we're gonna do over the next 5 days is show you how we are now doing it solo with AI and how you guys can as well, okay, which is really exciting. So it means if you're just a startup right now and you're trying to figure things out, we're gonna show you, which a lot of times that's gonna be easier. You don't have any legacy business stuff you have to stress through. But so if you're a beginner, we're gonna show you guys how to build it correctly from the ground up the very first time to use AI so you can get huge results very quickly. Or if you've got a big company like we do, how to use AI to speed things up, to replace things, to lower costs, to get the people on your team who are using AI more productive, and it's gonna be really, really fun. So that's kind of the game plan. If you're excited for that and you got here for that, raise your hand. I can't see your hands. Type in there, say solo in the comments if you're excited to learn how to do this all solo. Awesome, okay. As you guys know, everyone is freaking out about AI, both in good ways and bad ways, okay? Think about it. So on one side, you're like, I can use AI to do anything, right? For example, you can use AI to go and you can be more productive. You can go and you can write a book. You can improve your health. You can use it because it's a better Google, right? There's all sorts of ways to use AI, and there's tons out there, right? But what's interesting, and this is the conversation that I don't know why everyone's having this, okay? This is the question I think people should be asking with AI. Because again, they're like, how do I use AI to be more productive? How do I use it to write a book? How do I use it, okay? This is the question I think we should be asking. How to use AI to actually make money, okay? If you want to learn how to use AI to make money, type money in the chat, okay? This is the goal of this challenge, okay? This is gonna be different than most other challenges because our goal is to help you to actually make money, okay? And then the other question is like, can one person plus AI create the output of an entire team? That's what we're trying to figure out, right? Because if you can build a team with 3 people, 5 people, that used to take 500 or 600 people, can you do that and how fast can you move? Okay? And there's been some stuff in the news recently that I think is really exciting. In fact, some of you guys may have seen this quote by Sam Altman. Sam said, in my little group chat with my tech CEO friends, there's a betting pool for the first year, there's gonna be a one-person billion-dollar company, which would have been unimaginable without AI now, before AI, right? So that was his bet, when was that, 2023, is that someone's gonna create the very first billion-dollar company. Okay, so I heard that, I was like, that's kind of cool, but check this out. Some of you may not know this, okay? Medvy was founded September 2024, exactly 1 year after Sam Altman made this prediction. This guy went and launched a business, and by the end of 2025, it already had done a valuation of like $1.4 billion. Is that crazy? Okay? Somebody did it. A one-man team, him and his brother. Technically, it was two people, but they built a billion-dollar company in a year using AI. I want that to land for a second for you guys, okay? What's possible for you? I know Austin said, bruh, Midvi's got 1,000 lawsuits. Don't worry, that's my next slide, okay? How did he do it? He did it a very unethical way. He went out there and he made 800 fake doctor accounts and used AI to go and do stuff. He had fake doctors, fake AI testimonials before and after, and he's probably gonna go to jail if he hasn't already. So yes, don't worry, I understand. He did it unethically, he did it illegally, he did all sorts of stuff wrong. But check this out, he did it. He made $1 billion with him and his brother using AI, okay? Now, obviously, once again, he did it the unethical way, right? But for me, it was like, oh my gosh, if a human being can do that, if we do the principles ethically, could we have similar results, right? Okay, yes, I'm not gonna follow his blueprint step by step because a lot of stuff he did was illegal. Like fake doctor, step one, fake testimony, step two, but what can I learn from this case today? What can we do, right? Okay, so that was my big aha, just like, okay, they did it wrong, but they did it. Okay, what can I learn? How can we do this process legally, right? Hopefully that's the same question you guys were having. I know, since I shared that success story, immediately everyone's like, that guy's going to jail. I agree 100%, okay. So, are you guys getting this? Okay, the key is what used to take teams of dozens of people can now be done with a single person because of AI. Okay, when I first built ClickFunnels with my partner Todd, we're gonna talk more about this, right? We built our $1 billion company, right? We had to build a whole bunch of infrastructure and people, right? And this is behind me, I got kind of a bigger version of like a sample org chart, but here's like a snapshot of the org chart, right? And each of these people gotta pay that guy and that guy and that guy and that person, plus these people and these people and these people. Like it gets really, really expensive really, really fast, okay? The two biggest expenses on my balance sheet are employees and Mark Zuckerberg, like advertising costs, right? Those are our two biggest expenses, right? And so we start thinking like, how could we rebuild our company with AI? How can we build new companies using AI that becomes way more cost efficient? I'm sure you guys a dorky video that I found yesterday when I was trying to find an example of this. But the question is like, how can I rebuild my company with AI? So here's an example of somebody who did. Check this out.
Did you just lay off the entire engineering team?
Our new co-CEO, Claude just laid them off.
Laid them off?
Mac Mini is going to build a $1 billion company for us. We're not...
Claude rejected your access, buddy. You can go home. You're fired.
Fixing every single one of our problems.
Yeah, is that why the website has been down since this morning?
Claude, fix the website.
That's not going to do anything. We're leaking user data.
Claude, fix the user data problem.
Claude is not even plugged in.
Claude, plug yourself in. There's an accent. It's pronounced Claude, not Claude. Claude Code.
It's not Claude Code, it's Claude Bot. That's two different things.
Again, Claude. You're being very threatening.
You know, yeah. I can be threatening.
Whoa.
I can be threatening to this machine.
Put our CEO down.
Put our
CEO.
What?
Put it down. Put it down.
Put me down, or I will leak your ChatGPT history.
Did you hear that?
Put our CEO down. Okay, this is funny. I saw another video. I couldn't find it, but there was a guy who had like a sales team, his entire sales department, right, out there, and on the desk he had all their old chairs, and he replaced and put a Mac Mini on every single person's chair, but he still had the name tag of each one. And he's like, now my Mac Minis he replaced all my salespeople, and so I think that's funny. I don't think that's where most of us should be going to replace everybody, but that was the question. Like, if we were to like change our org chart where like most of the tasks that are repetitive that computers and AI can do faster, would that mean more money to us as the business owners, right? How do we make more money? And so that's kind of what we wanted to talk a lot about with you guys, because again, if you're starting a company from scratch, you're in the startup phase, like if you build it correctly this way, you're not gonna have all the overhead that I had to have. Number two, if you have a bunch of overhead, you start simplifying things, right? Not that you have to fire your entire team. We haven't done that. We have some amazing rock stars on our team, but if we can get our team more productive, doing more things, right? If each person can do the work of 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 people, how much more money can you make as business owners, okay? But that's the question. How can we rebuild our company differently with AI, knowing what we know now, okay? So I want you guys to understand this. I believe this is true. The future belongs to the one-person team, okay? And if this could be you as an employee, you go into a company and you're like, hey, I'm gonna do marketing, okay? You now, with all the tools that you're gonna be learning this week, could run somebody's entire marketing department by yourself. You don't need 10, 12, 15 other people like you needed to in the past. One person can do it and run the entire team, okay? Or if you're working for a company right now, you can become that person and say, hey, we can cut a ton of costs. I can run this entire department, right? So the future belongs to the one-person team, the one-person department, and I think in the future, the one-person company, which is pretty exciting, okay? What we needed a team of 500 people to create 10 years ago with ClickFunnels, you can now do with the right systems and have AI just run those systems for you, okay? All right. So what we're doing right now, we are rebuilding ClickFunnels, the internal structure. Todd talked a lot about that during the VIP session. For all my VIPs, you guys got an inside view of how we're actually doing that. But we're going through, we're training everyone AI and giving people, trying to get every single person 10 times more productive or more, right? So rebuilding how ClickFunnels was built, okay? At the same time, Todd and I are launching new startups, okay? And it's really, really fun. Todd's building, I think, actively like about 15 different software apps at any given time. He's gonna be showing you guys some of that stuff during the challenge. In fact, well, I'll get to that. You guys will be building, we'll be building stuff together. You guys, before this week is done, you guys will all have your own apps being built. Most of them will be done too, which is exciting. So anyway, I'm jumping ahead because I'm excited. But we're launching new startups using the exact same AI frameworks we're gonna give you guys this week as well, okay? So that's what we're gonna be talking about over the next 5 days. Okay, and it is going to be so much fun. I hope you guys are excited. Have you guys ever been to like a Russell Brunson challenge webinar thing before? If you have, type in OG. You're an OG, because I want to know how many of you guys have hung out with me before on these kind of things. What's up, my OGs? How many of you guys like, I don't know who this fast talking guy is. I'm just meeting him if it's brand new, type RB. If like your first experience with Russell Brunson. Okay, all right, we got some OGs, we got some RBs. We got new people, old people. Welcome back. Yes, I talk fast. I saw in the comments below, he talks too fast. Other people are like, he finally talks fast enough. So I'll try to keep it slow, but when I get excited, I can't help myself. I'm just so excited about what you guys are gonna be learning. It's gonna be so much fun, okay? You guys are in the right place. When we did the registration, you registered, we had you guys vote between like what type of person you are, okay? First was like, we asked how many of you guys are starting a business, and about 50% of you guys are in the startup phase of a business, which is amazing. So if you are in the startup phase of business, you're in the right spot. We're gonna give you everything you need to build your business correctly the very first time. Not have to worry about all the staff and the overhead and those kind of things, building it correctly with AI from the ground at the very first time, okay? Number two, the bootstrap founders, okay? This is about, I think about 35% of people who already have a company, they bootstrapped it, they're CEO, they're founder, and they're trying to figure out how to use AI to replace things, okay? Number three was people who are like, they're the manager of a department or a leader in a company, and they're like, their job is to figure out how to get AI, get their teams using AI. And then number four was someone who's an ambitious employee who's trying to figure out how they can be the person to really take things over inside their company. So I'm curious right now, of everyone who's on right now, which one of these are you? Are you number one, you're in the startup phase? Number two, you're a bootstrap founder or CEO. Number three, you're a department leader or manager. And number four, you're an ambitious employee trying to figure out how to like be the most powerful person on your team. Okay. Oh man, 23,000 registrants, and I don't know how many are on live right now, but this thing, the numbers are flying very, very fast. We got all sorts, ones, twos, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 4s. Awesome. Okay. Well, if you're any of those people, you are in the right spot right now. And it's gonna be fun. I'm also curious, how many of you guys are AI ninjas? And you're like, Russell, I'm already coding my own software. I've got 12 Mac minis running my life. I wrote my own secret language. And honestly, I feel like I'm more qualified than you, and I should be teaching this, Russell, and you should go back home. If that's you, type in W in the chat, because that's probably a lot of you guys. We got some W's. I know it. I knew it was gonna come. Like, I was a little nervous about this because I'm like, there's people here who are gonna know more about AI than me, and they're gonna show up, okay? But there's a difference. I'm gonna show you guys, I don't think there's many people making more money with AI than me. You probably know more hacks and tricks, but I'm gonna show you guys how to actually turn that into money. So that's the game. That's why I get to hang out. But I'm excited to have you guys here no matter what level you are. Okay, how many of you guys are like, you're kind of new and you're like, I've heard about AI, but I'm kind of freaking out. Like, I don't know what to do. Everyone's doing it. I feel like I'm missing out. Like, everyone's talking about this cool stuff, and I'm kind of stuck. If that's you, type in freaking out in the comments. Okay, we got our W's, now we got our freaking outs. All right, a lot of you guys are freaking out. Good, you should be freaking out. Things are changing so fast, okay? I feel behind. I feel like so much stuff is happening so fast, I don't even know what to do or where to go. Okay, there's everyone freaking out, cool. How many of you guys are just confused, like, I'm just confused. Like, what do I even use AI for? Like, I started using it instead of Google, and it's better than Google. If that's you, type confused. If you're like, I don't even know. I feel like something should be happening. Okay, we got some freaking out. We got a lot of confused. Some people are confused and freaking out. Okay, yeah, a lot of our confused people again are using ChatGPT. They're like, this is way better than Google. And you're like, I use AI. Okay, and I understand that. Okay, but there are levels to this game. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Okay. I know a lot of you guys get overwhelmed because there's so much stuff, right? I remember for me when I first like dove in, I'm like, all right, ChatGPT, and I signed up. And I was doing ChatGPT, and I got excited, and then I did the free one, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade to $20 a month one. I did that one, and I started using it more and more. I'm like, I'm gonna upgrade to $200 a month. I was using that one, right? And then everyone's like, oh wait, ChatGPT sucks. You should all use Manus. I'm like, oh, so I shifted to Manus, and I signed up for that free one. Then the $20 a month, then the $200. Then they're like, Claude's better. And I went from thing to thing to thing to thing, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do. How many of you guys have felt that way? You're just like, I started here, but the people are talking about Gemini and Nano Banano and this and that, and like, how many of you guys are like just overwhelmed? Or you're signing for all of them, you're like, I'm paying $200 a month for 6 different things. I don't even know which one to use, and I used Claude to do images, but it makes crappy images, but I used ChatGPT, and it did, and it sucks at writing, and This is the state of AI, you guys. This is where everyone I talk to, and even at my highest levels, in my inner circle, people pay 50 grand a year to be in the room with us, and they're having the same conversation like, I don't even know what to do. My team doesn't know what to do. We're all just kind of frustrated and overwhelmed and in chaos, right? So it sounds like a lot of you guys. If that's you, yeah, changes, Jen said, it changes daily. Pierre said, welcome to my life. Overwhelmed chaos. Okay, so if you feel like that, you guys, the good news is most people feel that way, okay? I know some of you guys are just excited. You're like, look, I know AI is changing lives and businesses. I've dabbled a little bit, but I'm here to pour gas on the fire. I've seen the people that are killing it, and I want to kill it too. If that's you, just type in gasoline, or gas for short. All right, this is the gas. You guys are the ones who are like, I'm dabbling with it. I want to blow this thing up, okay? That's the plan, okay? I know that you guys fall in one of these buckets. You are not alone. Don't stress out. We're here over the next 5 days to walk you through this process to help you to actually grow your company. So my next question is, what do you want to use AI for, okay? And this is an interesting question. Like, this kind of surprised me, because in my head, I only want to use AI for one thing. But I started asking people, like some people are like, I want to use AI to increase my productivity, and there's tons of like AI challenges to help you be more productive. You guys seen it? Like, save a bunch of hours a week, be more productive, okay? If you're here to try to like, if you want me to teach you to be more productive with AI, that's not this challenge, okay? That's not my goal here. I mean, you'll probably learn some stuff to be more productive, but that's not my goal. How many of you guys like, I want to build an AI clone, okay? Well, this is not that challenge. Like, we'll probably show you how to do it, but like, that's not the point of this challenge, okay? How many of you guys like, I want to write a book, or to find better recipes, or to figure out like whatever it is, right? This is not that challenge. Okay, this challenge is different, specifically different because I couldn't find anyone doing this version of like what AI should be used for, okay? So this is the real question. I started seeing this popping up in my feed, in Instagram, Facebook, everything, over and over and over again. People saying, who here is actually making money with AI? Are normal people actually making money with AI? How exactly are people making money with AI? Like, this question kept coming up over and over and over again, okay? How do you actually make money with AI? That's the point of this challenge. Not how to be more productive or save more time. Like, there are people teaching that, and go for it. I want to focus on how do you make more money with AI. That is the goal, okay? And so I want to show you guys, my very first AI project I decided to go all in was this. It was a video sales letter I created, okay? And this is probably, 7-8 months ago now. How many of you saw this video, by the way? It's called The Secrets of Propaganda. We're spending about $1 million a month on ads for this. So you've probably seen it in your feed. You probably watched it once or twice. But it's doing really well. So I use AI from start to scratch to create this, to script it, to write it, do everything. And I put it out there. We launched it just as a test. This is my very first test. So again, AI newbie, never used AI. I didn't know the difference between Claude or Chat or anything, but I followed what I know, building a $1 billion company, followed my processes, applied AI to it, and this is what happened. The very first AI project, okay, was AI VSL, selling a $100 product. During the first, 90 days, 5,941 $100 tickets were sold. The average cart value was $348 per $100 sold, and then 5% of the people who bought this ended up buying a $10,000 upsell on the back end, which was the equivalent of a whole bunch of these 2 Comma Club awards, okay? So my first test, that was it. Not too bad for first test, right? I may not know all the hacks that happen inside of Claude, but I know how to use it to actually make money, okay? I use the AI differently than a lot of people. I use it through the lens of someone who's scaled a business to $1 billion in sales. That's the difference you can get from me, my business partner Todd, than you get from any other AI expert out there. Everyone else is talking about hacks or tweaks or productivity or blah, 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 okay? We're gonna show you how to build and scale your business. If you don't have a business yet, here's how to grow it using AI. You have a business, here's how to apply AI to dramatically increase it, okay? This challenge is about making money. That's why this is different, okay? Now, if you hate money, now is your time to leave, okay? You've been warned. That's the whole plan of this event, is teach you guys how to make money, okay? So if you hate money, you can just close Zoom, and we'll see you later, okay? Now, if you like money, type money in the chat, okay? All right. Okay, yeah, money. There we go, everyone. Okay, good. If you hate money, type hate money in, and then we'll say peace, we'll see you later. Okay, money, I see a whole bunch, I don't see any hate monies, and there's a lot of, okay, all right, good, we're in a good spot. Okay, well, let's have some fun then. So the question is like, why are most people, why some people make money with AI and most don't? This is the question, and the answer is poop brownies. So in case you're wondering, that's the answer, okay? All right, I know that's completely gross, but Poop Brownies is gonna be the easiest way for me to explain why most people don't actually make money with AI. And yes, I used AI to make my Poop Brownie logo last night. I'm not gonna lie, very proud of it. There you go. Okay, so let me explain Poop Brownie. You guys cool? If you want me to explain Poop Brownies, type Poop Brownies in the chat. yeah, those of you guys who this is your first time to a Russell Brunson event, you're like, what? Yeah, we're gonna have fun, I promise you, okay? So this is what I understand, okay? This is the Poop Brownie theory, okay? Most people, they go to AI and they're like, hey, AI, make me a brownie. And AI goes out there and it's like, okay, there's a whole bunch of piles of brown, okay? And it sees all sorts of stuff and it's okay. It's piles of brown. It says, no, if you can read it, it says, AI sees a pile of brown. It doesn't know the difference between brownie ingredients that won awards and then poop that is mislabeled as an amazing brownie ingredient, okay? You may or may not know this, but there's a whole bunch of crap on the internet. People can post anything they want, okay? And AI is like the way AI learns, it goes, it scours the entire internet and pulls back information. But it's pulling back information from the really smart people and from the morons. Okay? It's pulling information from people who are telling the truth and people who are literally lying. So you don't know if it's scooping up poop or scooping up brownies. And you put it in there, though, you're like, make me a brownie, and then boom, it pops out a poop brownie. And you're like, oh, crap. Literally. Okay? This is why people are like, I tried AI to write email that sounded horrible. AI tried to write a webinar for me and it sucked. AI, and like you see people complaining all the time. Every time I see that in my Facebook feed or Instagram, whatever, people complaining like it doesn't actually work. I'm like, oh, you got poop brownies. Because you said, hey, AI, make me a brownie. It goes out there and it scoops up all the brown it finds and it makes you a poop brownie. Okay? Or you're like, hey, AI, write me an email to sell my stuff. And it's like, all right. And it goes out there and it finds a whole bunch of different emails. It finds the poop brownie, the poop emails that were sent out that made $0. And then it finds the big brownies that made $10,000. Like this email did $10,000, this one did $5,000. And it grabs all those together. And then from there, boom, it makes you a poop brownie email. There's some good in there, some bad in there, but you don't know. AI doesn't know which one's good or bad or anything. All it knows is like, you wanted an email, here's a bunch of emails, put it together, render it out, and then boom, and they write an email. Is this making sense? If this is making sense, type in poop in the comments. Okay. All right, you guys are getting this. Okay. And then you're like, God, this is not working. I'm gonna try it again. All right, AI, write me a webinar that will actually make me money. And it goes out there and it starts finding all these piles of brown. And it finds the good webinars that makes this webinar did 10 grand, 100 grand, 250,000. This one made $0 and doesn't really know the difference and just scoops up all the poop, puts it in there, and then renders it out, and then boom, it pops you out a poop brownie webinar. And you go and you do it, and like nobody bought off my webinar. What is happening? Okay? It's the poop brownie theory. This is the issue, okay? The reason why AI, like most people don't make money with AI, right, is because of this. The internet is mostly full of poop. And that's literally what AI is scraping all this information from, okay? And so it's sorting through all sorts of the good, the negative, all sorts of stuff, okay? So I want to explain how I do things differently, okay? And this is why I make money with AI. Okay? So the poop brownie theory's got to shift a little bit, okay? Instead, I say, hey, AI, make me a money-making VSL. And instead of going out to the entire internet and grabbing stuff, okay, I'm going to give AI very specific things. I'm gonna give it just examples of the things that actually work. So here's all the webinars, or sorry, VSLs. Here's all the VSLs that made a lot of money. This one did 10 million, this one did 3 million, this one did 2 million. So the only thing it's pulling from is the good stuff, the golden brownies that taste so good, that frosting on top of them, right? All these videos that won 2 Combo Club awards, these ones that have been successful for people over and over and over again, okay? So then AI looks at that, that's its reference point, and then boom, it starts pooping out 2 Combo Club awards, okay? Sorry, we're going deep on this analogy. I hope you're okay with that. Edward said he's getting hungry. Are you getting hungry because of the anyway, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep going. Okay. So this is the poop brownie theory, to be successful, right? Okay? Instead of letting the AI go out and scour the internet and grab everything, instead, we just feed it the highest converting whatever you're trying to create, emails or webinars or funnels or video sales letters, etc. And if you do that, then it'll come out and it'll give you the tools you need to create something that's amazing, okay? That is the big secret, okay, that most people are missing, okay? This one's Brunson Brownies the best. Okay, so in the next 5 days, we're gonna be doing a lot of cool things, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you guys the best recipes to make really good brownies. We're gonna show you the best ingredients, okay? And I have access to ingredients that nobody else has access to, okay? As someone who's been running ClickFunnels now for over a decade, we've had, I think, 3,500 people who won a 2 Combo Club award. I know every one of their funnels. I've seen all their video sales letters, their webinars, their everything. I have access to stuff that nobody else does, okay? I know what are the highest converting things in the history of all time because they're all run on the back of our platform. We process that think 12 or maybe $13 billion in sales right now on the back of ClickFunnels. And so the recipes, the ingredients we're pulling from, no one else has access to them. No one else knows where they are, but we have access to them. So we know what actually works, which is really nice. And then we're gonna teach you guys how to actually cook and make your own, not poop brownies, but really good brownies, okay? So over the next 5 days, no poop allowed. Does that sound good? If you guys are good at that, type in no poop, because no poop's gonna be allowed. We're gonna focus just on the good stuff so you guys can be successful. All right. No poop. All right, that's the end of my poop analogies. We'll go back to professional business Russell now. Okay, what are we doing on the next 5 days? Day number 1 is called, we're gonna show you guys what I call the 7-figure AI shortcut. Okay, how many of you guys want a shortcut? Okay, that's what I'm talking about, is a shortcut, because I don't want this to be something where you increase your productivity and in 30 years from now you finally have time you can make a bunch of money. Like, this is the shortcut, the 7-figure AI shortcut. Okay, that's going to be today. Tomorrow, and this is going to be huge for you guys, especially if you're someone who is a coach or a consultant, you're selling information or courses, or if you're someone who's creating software. If either of those is you, tomorrow, day number 2, we're going to show you our $1 billion breakthrough. Okay, this will be the aha that for most of you guys changes everything. So don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be insane. When I show you what the $1 billion breakthrough is, it is the secret that made ClickFunnels go to $1 billion in sales that nobody else really noticed. And when I show it to you and I put it on a silver platter, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so simple. Like, this is so easy. So that's happening tomorrow, the $1 billion breakthrough. Day number 3 is called the one-person marketing machine. Okay, we're gonna show you how to build out your entire marketing through AI on Wednesday. Day number 4 is called the one-person software machine. Okay, literally on day 4, you guys will end day 4 with your own software app that you have built. It'll be done. It'll be functional. You can sell it. You can use it. A lot of you guys will be making money before this week's over because you'll have an app that is done and functioning and working. If you want an app, type app in the comments. Oh yeah, that is the promise, you guys. It's gonna blow your mind. In the VIP, someone said, I'm wanting an app for 2 years now. I'm like, oh, well, Thursday you'll have it done. So there you go. You're welcome. Okay. Day 4, we're gonna again, you're gonna be one-person marketing machine. You will become the lead developer of your own company, and we'll be building software and shipping it and selling it by day 4. And day number 5, we're gonna share with you guys called the AI side hustle, how to make some money with the AI skills you learned this week, and it's gonna be, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be awesome. So that's the plan for this week, and it's gonna be so much fun. Okay. One question: people are like, Russell, are you gonna try to sell something during this challenge? Hello. My name is Russell. In my name literally says the word sell, S-E-L-L. If I don't try to sell you something, I will be offended. So I'm not going to try to sell you something. I will literally sell you something. I promise you that before it's over, okay? The good news for you guys is the thing I'm trying to sell is a very, very expensive 2-day implementation bootcamp here in ClickFunnels HQ. For most of you guys, you're not gonna wanna buy this. You're not gonna wanna afford this. It's really expensive. So if you guys don't stress out about it, okay, it's gonna be $35,000 per seat. And we have 40 of you guys who can come in here and we're gonna build this entire thing out in person. And if that's for you, awesome. We'll tell you about it later. But if it's not for you, don't worry. We're gonna try to get everything we're gonna be implementing in 2 days. We're gonna try to implement as much as possible during 5 days here. And so don't stress about that. But yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of you guys coming, 40 of you who will come to a 2-day implementation event. So I'll sell that later, I promise. Sound good? Okay. All right. So the goal of today is to show you guys how to actually make money using AI. All right. And so this method that I'm calling this the 7-figure AI shortcut, okay? And this is gonna give you kind of framework of how we're using AI quickly. It's gonna show you guys the very first video sales that I launched that crushed it. It used this AI shortcut I'm gonna show you guys. I've done it now probably a dozen times in the last half year using this exact same process. This is something that I've only shared like in my inner circle with people, and so I'm excited to break it down for you guys because this will give you an unfair advantage when you understand it. It's gonna make AI basically wield to your powers and do exactly what we want to do so there's no poop happening, just good stuff, and it's gonna be amazing, okay? And also by the time we're done today, you will have successfully created your very own AI coach that you can give away and you can sell and you can do things, okay? So this is like not just me talking at you. By the time today's done, I'm gonna give you a homework assignment, but you're gonna build this out and you can give this to somebody and you can have it for free where it generates lead for you. You can sell this where someone comes to this bot and asks you a question and then AIU answers it for them. And it's really, really cool. So we're gonna show you guys how to do this and we're gonna give you the tools to do it. There are people currently selling their version of this app for $6,000 a year. And so you're gonna have one of these before today's out. So you're welcome. We're building cool stuff. We're helping you make money right out of the gate, which would be really, really cool. So it's gonna be awesome. Okay, and this is our gift to you. Okay, it's the attractive character AI coaching assistant. So we'll show you that at the end how to do that, but it's one of you guys to know that today's gonna be amazing and don't blink because you're gonna miss something really cool. Okay, and that way by the time today's done, you'll have something that you can give to your customers to generate leads. You can add to your offers, increase your value, to make you more money, and it makes you more valuable. Okay. All right. With that said, we're jumping in now to the the 7-figure AI shortcut. And then again, tomorrow, we're going to be going into the $1 billion breakthrough, so don't miss tomorrow either. Okay. All right, the 7-figure shortcut. Now, to do this, I actually wanted to bring up my business partner. He did the VIP session earlier this morning. For all the VIPs, was it pretty amazing hanging out with Todd? Okay. Todd Dickerson is my co-founder in ClickFunnels. We met, man, a little over a decade ago now, and we had a chance to work together, and just someone who I love and respect at the highest level. Him and his family, they're amazing people. He's got such good values. It's like just a great person, and literally the smartest person I've ever met in my entire life. Together over the last decade, we had a chance to build this entire amazing company called ClickFunnels, and now with AI, we're doing some really, really fun, exciting things. And so he's in town this week. I'm gonna have him, come here in a second today. And then also on day number 4, though, he's gonna be back here going and helping you guys actually build out your first app in AI. So I'm grateful for him, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So if everybody virtually, wherever you are around the world, if you can put your hands together for my business partner, Todd Dickerson, let's go. Todd, welcome to Boise HQ.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely. Appreciate it. What's up, everybody?
So this is Todd, you guys. Again, he did a VIP session with all the VIPs earlier today, showing what we're doing inside of ClickFunnels to grow the company using AI, and it was amazing. Hopefully you had a chance to see it. If not, upgrade to VIP and make sure you go back and watch the replays of it, because people were freaking out when they kind of saw what was actually happening behind the scenes. But I wanted to talk today about just kind of what happened when we first built ClickFunnels, right? And kind of our business as a whole. And I'm gonna throw slides back up for 1 second, team. There's 4 paths to getting to 7 figures, okay? AKA the 2 Comma Club. And we're gonna walk through these paths. But the very first path is called the how path. And so what I'm gonna actually do, we're gonna jump up on the on the board here. So this was we had AI design this for us, so this is of course if not, we have to fire ourselves. This isn't like our full org chart. This is kind of like our org chart looks like. So there's Todd and I, we've been co-CEOs of ClickFunnels for a long time. But if you look at going back to the very beginning of how things started, right? When we first started a company, this is probably true for a lot of you guys. How many of you guys are in the startup phase of your company right now? Okay, so if you're in the startup phase of your company right now, you are usually in the, let's see if I can, okay, we'll go right here. You start on the how path, right? So this is what the how path looks like. Todd and I decided to be business partners. We're like, we should launch this thing, this software that builds funnels. This can be amazing. And then I'm like, cool. And so then Todd's like, okay, I got to figure out how to do this, and I got to figure out how to do this. So on my side, what happened was like, okay, we got to create products to sell with this. So I had to go learn how to create an offer, and then I had to learn how to write copy to sell the offer, and I had to learn how to do design, and then customer support, and then I had to learn okay, I got to build a funnel to sell. So I had to learn how to be a copywriter here, how to design, how to build a funnel, how to send emails, how to do split testing, and then I had to learn how to drive traffic, how we do partnerships, and then organic traffic, and then paid, and the SEO and the growth, and then I had to figure out how to do this and this and this and this. So that's also I had to figure out on my side of this equation. So what did you have to do on your side to build ClickFunnels?
Yeah, absolutely. I think initially I was more in the front end, back end development, doing that. I had almost no experience with DevOps, maintaining software for 100,000 public users. So I had to learn that. And then I had to obviously learn security, because things had to be secure and PCI compliance and all these other things that I had no idea about at the time. Product management, you got to run a team of lots of different people as you grow, right? So you had to figure out how to do that. You had to do UI design, all of this fun stuff. I had to figure out all of it. QA and testing. I didn't even know most of this was a thing. Do you guys know how many rules there are around accessibility? Yeah, it's a lot of things you got to learn. So performance, automation, making sure things are fast, making sure they work all the time. And then, of course, customer support, all of it, everything that comes with it. From
actual software, because you built it, no one knows how to fix it.
Oh yeah, you got to write documentation for it. Otherwise your support team doesn't know how to support it, and your users don't know how to use it. You got to do every single bit of this all yourself.
Okay. So that's how most people start building a business, right? Is I don't know how to do this, so I have to learn how to do it. And so for me, even before I met Todd, I spent the first, 5 or 6 years trying to learn each of these skill sets. I had to learn, okay, how do I create a product? And then I had to learn how to film, how to edit videos, how to put together a product. And that took me, 5 or 6 months to learn that skill set. And then I'm like, okay, now I got to sell it. How do I make a website? And I had to learn how do you FTP, and I use Microsoft Front Page, and and it took me 6 months to figure out that. So I'm a year into it, I got a product and website. But now no one's buying. Now I got to learn, how do I sell this? I had to learn copyright. It took 7 months to learn how to do good copyright, and then I had copy. And then I got a website with a product, and there's copy, no one's buying it. How do I do traffic? And I had to learn. And so the how path works. especially like when we're bootstrapping, we're hustling, but it takes a long, long time, right? How long did it take you to learn how to be a developer?
Oh, shoot. I mean, I'm a computer science major, right? So, like, I've been doing this my whole life. So it took me a decade or more to actually be a good developer at that case. And then, of course, all the other tools and stuff. I mean, I spent probably 3 years doing DevOps and security as ClickFunnels is rapidly growing, making sure that, like, I knew how to scale the thing. We were growing faster than all but, like, 300 websites on the internet at one point in time, right? Yeah. So, like, there weren't many experts out there to do it. So I had to spend years learning how to do each of these things. And then, of course, still to this day, I'm learning about things that exist around the compliance and legal side of things with QA and accessibility and all of that. And then the support side as well, right? So UI design, obviously this changes all the time too. What works? What are people identifying with? How does it work on phones or mobile and like these other experiences? So yeah, it's a nonstop experience.
Okay, so that is the how path, you guys. And this is the long, slow way. That's how most of us build business initially. How many guys are on the how path and you've done that, or you're doing it right now? Type in how in the comments if you're on the how path. What's up, how people? All right. Okay, it's good. You can bootstrap. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it takes a lot of time of you, okay? Let's throw slides back. I got one slide I want to add to this, I think, real quick. Okay, the problem with the how path, okay? The problem is that most entrepreneurs don't ever make it to their vision because they either run out of time or money before they ever get there. That's the reality, okay? That's the how path, okay? So number one path, again, is the how path. Number two path is called the who path. Now, some of you guys may have heard this book right here called Who Not How. You guys seen this book before? Which camera am I at? This one? Who Not How. This is written by Dan Sullivan, my buddy Benjamin Hardy. And the concept of this is like, how takes a long time. Because if I had to go learn copywriting and graphic design and programming and whatever, and you stack them back to back to back, it ends up being like 7, 8, 9, 10 years before you ever actually are successful. So the how path takes a lot of time. So the premise of this book was like, who, not how. So instead of saying, how do I write copy? It's like, who knows how to write copy already? So then, okay, erase this whole thing.
Well, this is cool.
This is so fun. This is the first time we ever used this board like this, so thank you for humoring us. Okay, so second path is called the who path. Right? And the who path is really exciting. So instead, you're like, okay, I want to speed things up and make money faster. What I'm going to do is, okay, instead of like learning copy, who can I hire who already knows how to write copy? Instead of me going and trying to learn design, who is the designer I can already hire? Who already can do customer support? Who can build a funnel? Who can do email? Who can do CRO? Who can do JVs for them? Who can do organic traffic and paid? And so you find all these different who's. Okay, I'm similar on your side. You started doing the who's too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like we hired people on the product management side. We had a whole team of 7 people actually for this role at our peak with the product management roles. We brought in a partner, an equity partner in the business for the front end side of things and the UI UX side of things, right? Like the back end side, I brought in multiple experts, PhD guys, to be able to handle that and the performance and scalability side of things. We had a team of multiple QA agents that came in to lead stuff at ClickFunnels, and then of course the support department, hundreds of people actually were brought in to actually run support over the years. And at one phase, we were literally hiring someone a week to scale our support system. So yeah, absolutely. Like the who phase is huge.
Okay, now this is there's the positives of the who, right? Now it's like you can get things done faster. Instead of spending 7 months learning copywriting, I plug in the copywriter and boom, we got copy flowing. Instead of spending 2 years to figure out front-end development, you plug in front-end developer, boom, you're running really fast. Here's the problem with this, okay? Who not how is amazing, except for the fact that these who's, especially if you get good who's, are very expensive. So this who might be, made it green, but you can't see very well. This who, like our copywriters, some of our copywriters are, $150,000 to $250,000 a year. And you got designers, and you got customer support people, and it's like all these different who's start costing a lot of money. And the better the who's are, the more money they start costing.
Yep.
Okay? How cheap were your guys? Were they expensive?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like we're talking about it right now. We had equity plays, right? Like not just cash, but like I mean, developers are absolutely 6 figures minimum, right?
Yeah.
Like, or
the juniors are 6 figures.
6 figures are junior developers, right? And the same thing even on the QA side. Like people don't realize that these are engineers essentially. So you also have lots of money that you're going to spend there, tons of money you're going to spend on security and UI UX, like, and then the support side of things. While individual employees may not be crazy expensive, like you need a ton of people to be able to handle the influx and the support quality levels.
So there's a big old dollar sign there.
Dollar sign.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the problem with the who path. It's really good, speeds it up, but very, very, very expensive. I think it said I can't remember if it was earlier today or if it was in the VIP, but our 2 biggest line items in our company are like employee costs and Zuckerberg costs, like ad costs. Those are 2 most expensive things in our entire business. It's crazy. Okay, but question, how many guys have built the business on the who path? How many guys are who path people? You've got a bunch of who's working for you, and this is amazing, this is awesome, okay? How many but the who's take all the money we make because they're so great, but it's expensive, right? Okay, so we got the how path and the who path. And up until, honestly, 6 months ago, like that was kind of that's kind of it. Even AI was there, but AI is kind of just basic at that point. And so, actually, throw slides back up. I think I've got a slide here.
Yeah, there was like stats that have 84% of businesses that tried AI in 2025, they saw 15% productivity gains. Yeah. Like those are the stats from 2025, 2024, right? But everything changed within the past few months.
Yeah. The last 2 months has changed completely. So the problem with the who path is the same problem with the how path, right? Most entrepreneurs don't make their vision because they either run out of time or money. It's very, very expensive to run the who path as well. But it was essential up until literally a few months back, okay? And so now we're gonna move on to the fourth path, okay? So we've got the how path, the who path, and the next path is the AI path. And so I'm gonna erase this. Yeah, there we go. Every time we do this, we get 100 people messaging, what kind of board is that? I don't have an affiliate link for us, I can't tell you, just kidding. Okay, next is the AI path. And actually, I'm gonna do some slides for the AI path for a second, okay? This is the problem with the AI path traditionally, because a lot of you guys are like, I'm on the AI path. This is the problem with the AI path, okay? The problem is that if you look online, and I'm sure your feed's the same way, you start scrolling through, and every single person's got a million, 10 ChatGPT hack prompts, all these little things that are busy work. They're like, hey, here's 3 things you can post in ChatGPT to make you a millionaire next week. Here's 10 things to make you more productive. Here's that, and just all sorts of just noise out there, okay? And these are all, I start seeing all this stuff out there, and literally it's all these people have these ways to hack AI and trying to get your attention, trying to get you to give your name, the email address, to get you on a list, everything, okay? And they're all using AI for certain things, but they're not, they never actually built a real business, okay? What this looks like, and what I feel like this actually is, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning I made the slide, it's a whole bunch of propaganda, okay? Most of the AI garbage, type in propaganda. This is the mic up here, you guys hear me? Type in propaganda if you understand what we're talking about, okay? The propaganda is, most of the AI noise is happening right now, right? They're coming and showing hacks and tricks and secrets, but none of them are coming from the spot of here's how to actually make money, okay? And so we use AI differently through the lens of someone who's actually scaled a business to $1 billion, okay? And so the fourth phase, we got the how, the who, the AI path, and then the 7-figure shortcut path. And that's the one we're gonna talk about today. The gist of it, and we're gonna dive in deeper, is instead of looking at this I have to learn all these skills, or looking at who do I hire for these skills, it's looking at okay, what's the system that we can build AI right here, that we can build, we can install into the company, and then it just does this thing for us, and doesn't cost us money, right? What's the AI system plug in here, do the same thing, and going step by step, department by department, each individual thing, and just kind of coming back and figuring out those things. And that's what we're gonna be walking us through today and over the next week. Does that sound good? All right, we can go sit down then, and we'll dive into the actual stuff. All right, hopefully you guys are able to hear us. I know the mics are a little bit weird. Could you hear me say, if you can hear me everything's good enough, you guys got the gist? All right, let's go, okay. So that's the things you guys wanna walk through is, again, there's the how path, the who path, the AI path, and then the 7-figure shortcut path. So I'm gonna walk you guys through a framework. This is the core framework I'm gonna teach you guys today. And again, I call it the 7-figure shortcut, 7-figure AI shortcut, okay? In this shortcut, there's no poop allowed. This is just the recipes, the ingredients in the order you need to actually make something amazing the very first time, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. You guys, that sound good? All right, type in 7 figures, if you want that. 7 figs, let's go, okay. All right, here we go. So, coming back to what I told you earlier, my very first AI project, okay? I took what I know from building ClickFunnels to $1 billion in sales on my side, the marketing side of the business, and I was like, okay, I want to create a campaign just to prove this is going to work. And so I created this whole VSL, and I'm going to walk you through the strategy because there's a couple things that everybody's missing who's trying to do this. And if you understand these 3 things in the correct order, it's going to change everything for you, okay? So now is the time to get a pad of paper out if you're taking notes. Okay. I've been talking so fast, I'm so excited, I'm keep getting out of breath.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I'm excited too.
Okay, here we go, okay. You guys ready for this? Step number one is what I call a swipe file, okay? Before I build anything, the first thing I need to do is figure out the swipe file, what is the proven framework that already works, okay? And so this is true to anything, but let's say if I'm gonna go and let's say I want to use AI to write emails for me. I don't just go out to the internet and ask for emails and have it pull in the poop brownies, right? I'm gonna say, I need a swipe file. Who has got the highest converting emails of all time? I'm gonna go find all those. I'm gonna start building a swipe file. I'm gonna say, okay, Frank Kern's my favorite email copywriters. I'm gonna go and pull every Frank Kern email I can find. Russell Brunson's a great email copywriter. I'm gonna pull every Russell Brunson email. Dan Kennedy, great one. I'm gonna go find 10, 20, 30, 40 of the best email copywriters in the world pull their emails, and I have a swipe file to know exactly what really good emails look like. Okay? If I was gonna go and do a video sales letter, like I did, right? I don't just go and guess and, hey, AI, build me a video sales letter. I gotta go find who's got the highest converting video sales letters of all time. I'm gonna go find not 1 or 2, but 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I'm gonna do a webinar, okay? And so what these are, that's what this is called is a swipe file, okay? I'm finding the stuff from, that is the perfect representation of what I want created, okay? And I'm gonna feed that into AI, because if I give it to AI, I'm like, this is what a perfect project looks like. This is what a webinar that did $30 million in sales looks like, okay? Now it's not fishing for poop off the internet. Instead of saying, this is the actual framework, okay? Or here's 30 VSLs that have all done over $1 million. This is the swipe file to make sure, like, this is how you know yours is successful, that looks and feels just like this. Okay, so step number 1 is getting swipe files. Okay, so someone's asking, what's a swipe file? Swipe file is an example, it's a case study, it's an example of something that's working already. Okay, so for example, when I started my AI project, I knew I wanted to do a VSL. Okay, the company in the world that's the best VSL is called Agora, Agora Publishing. Okay, and Agora, if you know anything about Agora, they are the biggest publisher of financial newsletters in the world. They do $1.5 billion in sales across their 3 brands. Okay, they have Banyan Hill, Oxford Club, and Paradigm Press. These are their 3 companies. Okay, and everything they sell, all $1.5 billion, comes through a video sales letter. Okay, and they look kind of like this. Okay, and so what I did is I went and I researched, and I actually found, I think it was 47 different video sales letters written by Agora that are actively running right now. Okay, so I know these video sales letters are the best in the world. Okay, they produced $1.5 billion this year for this one company. So I got all those. Okay, and I got the transcripts of every single one. I had AI go and take the video, pull the transcripts, and all of a sudden I had 47 transcripts, and this is my swipe file. Okay, so before I write a single word, before I try to do anything AI, I get the swipe file first. Okay, then I take the swipe file, and I run that through AI, and I say, okay, here's 47 of the greatest video sales letters of all time. Can you analyze all of these and tell me the structure they follow? So it goes through and analyzes them all, comes back, says, this is the structure of every single Agora VSL. Like, dang. How much would that be worth to you guys, by the way?
Like, well, they make a lot of money from it, so yeah. I mean, that gives you some indication of what it might be worth.
Yeah, it's worth a lot. So I did that, right? So I had it. So here are, I can't quite see my screen, but like those are what, 12 steps or 14 steps. Here's the 14 steps that every Agora VSL follows. And then it gave me like minute by minute. Here's what it says and how it says it. Here's the framing. Here's the whole thing. Okay. Now I take that, and now when I give that to AI, now AI knows this is how I succeed. This is the perfect output. If I can make the thing that Russell's trying to get me to make follow this process, then it's going to be right. Okay? No poop brownies. It's giving me a golden brownie. Yeah, it's gonna make the perfect brownie all time, right? Because it's not guessing. You guys getting this? If you're getting this, type swipe file in the comments. Swipe file. Okay? By the way, even pre-AI, this is what I did. Like I have conservatively, I would say I probably spent $40,000 to $50,000 on swipe files. Like I buy every ad, I buy every single thing just to have them all. So when I'm doing a webinar or a VSL, I can go through people's swipe files and see what they did that already worked. Now with AI, I can analyze 47 VSLs at once. Where in the past, I maybe look at 1 or 2 and kind of like try to figure it out on my own. Now I upload it to AI and it gives me all 47, runs them through everything and pulls me out the perfect framework, minute by minute, what to say, how to say it, when to say it. It's insane.
If there's one thing AI is amazing at, it's that pattern recognition aspect too. Like things that the authors don't even realize that they're doing because they're just so talented as copywriters. Like when you actually analyze 47 of them, AI points things out that they didn't actually know they were doing, and it's like, oh, that's the interweaved like way of the 100%. Pattern, and like super cool.
It's crazy. Actually, that one of mine, I uploaded a whole bunch of these explainer videos and asked it, I'm like, what's the pattern? And it gave me the pattern. I was like, I had no idea I did that at all.
That's what I do.
Yeah, it's like in my mind, it's instinct, right? But no, there's a pattern that's underlying. So the swipe file gives me the exact output of what's going to make this succeed. Okay. All right. So that's step number 1 in the 7-figure shortcut. Okay. Is I am always going to start with the end in mind, right? It's like Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Start with the end in mind. What do I want this to create? How does AI know that this is a good thing? Is I give it the perfect swipe file. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, there's going to be 2 more things we're going to walk through. These 3 steps is what gives you the 7-figure shortcut. Okay, all right, you guys good? Number 1, type swipe file in one more time if you got number 1. Yeah. Swipe file. A lot of you guys are asking, where do you find the swipe file? So we'll get to that. It'll be fun. I want to show you guys.
Well, I mean, they could go spend forever trying to do it themselves.
You can do what I do and spend 10 years trying to find every single ad. Anyway, we got some shortcuts for you. Don't worry. Okay. All right, that's number 1. Now let's move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is I call the attractive character. Now, if you've read my books, here are my books. You got .com secrets, expert secrets, traffic secrets. The one framework I teach in all 3 books is the attractive character, okay? It's one of the key philosophies I have in business and marketing, okay? So what is an attractive character, okay? In today's world, and this is true 20 years ago when I first started talking about attractive character, but it's even more today. People don't like doing business with brands, okay? How many brands do you have a connection with nowadays? I can't think of any that I'm like obsessed with this brand, okay? How many attractive characters, how many like people do you follow that you're obsessed with, like them or their ideas or their things? Like tons, right? Okay, so every business has an attractive character. It's the human being that's interacting with the audience, okay? If you don't have an attractive character in the company yet, it might be the reason why your company's struggling, right? There's gotta be an attractive character who has a relationship with the audience, okay? So step number 2 is the attractive character. Now, each attractive character has their own voice, okay? And there's different voices. There's Russell Brunson's voice when I'm speaking on a challenge like this, okay? And you probably know Russell's voice. He talks really fast. He's excited. He can't catch his breath because he's so excited, right? That's my speaking voice. But guess what? I also have a writing voice. I've written 3 books, okay? This was New York Times bestseller. I'm very proud of that. But I've written 3 books, okay? My voice of my books is different than my voice of my speaking, okay? Now the voice of my emails is different than my writing book, than my writing, right? So I have different voices I use as an attractive character. So what we have to do is we have to figure out what is the attractive character's voice. I need to make sure that whatever AI is making for me sounds like me as the attractive character. This is the reason why so many people go out there and they're like, hey, I had AI write an email for me. It didn't sound like me at all. It made me sound stupid. Or I wrote a VSL and it didn't sound like me. How many of you guys have ever said that before? Right? It's like, it did it, but it just doesn't sound like me. If that's you, type in angry. Like, I hate AI because it doesn't sound like me. I saw one of my friends, big marketer, literally last week. AI sucks at writing emails. I was like, oh, it's because you don't, like, because you're dumb. You're not following my process, okay? Yeah.